Hello and thanks for joining me for some more Space Haven, where we are seriously low on tech blocks, trying to build up our ship here and get it sufficient with creating all of our own materials. But we are currently over here. Let's see. So I think the next spot to go is probably going to be over here. So let's fire up the hyperdrives. Need to unpause it and see if we can use a station. Speed this up. Alright, so we've got some mining stuff here, but hopefully this station might have something for sale, so let's cruise over there and drop in here. Let's cruise over here, I guess. Okay. Alright, low thermal, we should be fine. Asteroids. Let's get this stuff mined up. Okay. Let's see. Have a talk to these guys and see what they've got. 4 tech blocks. Alright, take those. Let me see. We'll offload some of these. You can have some of those. What else can I spare? Alright, I think that'll do us for now with that. Alright. So let's have a look here. Resources. Where's my research? Alright, so we need this. And we need this. So the chemical refinery. Right. We should get some raw chemicals from there. So let's let this run. We'll mine up the stuff that's in here. These guys are calling us. Let's have a look what they want. 3 carbon and 3 steel plates. I think we can do that. That's a decent amount of cash. Alright, so I'll get this stuff mined up and hopefully we get our research done. We're going to need a few more tech blocks though. So as soon as we've mined this, we're going to have to keep moving. There's a little starfighter shooting down some asteroids there. Asteroids coming in here. This station will be shooting them down too. May as well pick that stuff up. collect all that. Alright, so just a little bit more mining to do and then we'll move on. So I'll come back to you once we finish mining there, unless something drastic happens. So I'll see you in just a second. Okay, so I've mined everything here, so let's get ready for another jump here. Alrighty. So, I mean, there's some stuff to mine there, but we really need... Alright, let's cruise over here. Cruise over here, there's a station here, there's also our quest objective over here. Park up next to the station there. Alright, what do we got floating in space? Bit of stuff there. We'll grab all that. We'll get mining on that happening. Let's see if these guys have anything. Alright, no tech. Alright, that's fine. Let's grab... Grab Neon here and draft them. Pop them in the shuttle. So we've got to go and go onto that station there and speak to somebody. Saul. Alright, so come over here and we'll... Oops. Back here. What's going on here? Did I undraft it? I did. Alright, you can dock over here. And you can pop out. And we need to find... There he is with the purple writing there. No, we don't want to punch him. Speak to him. Oops. Alright. So, I'll let you pause and read this stuff if you want to. But this is our quest. Okay. And that is the that part of the quest completed. So this is our reward, and if you have multiple ships then you choose which ship it gets transferred to. We only have the one, so off we go there. Alright, and then we're just gonna undraft you and undraft ship, and they should automatically come back home while we mine and collect up this stuff. So let's get that sped up. Hopefully we get this this technology done. now. Let's have a look. Right. So we're not doing the not doing the chemical refinery because in order to research that, we need this research bench here, which is going to take up another one of our tech blocks. So we're going to pop that in here. We'll get that built, and I should start researching that as well. Alright, so let's see, 4 left there, 7 there, 5 there. What's my water situation like? Got plenty of water, so we don't need to build the ice machine just yet. Because that also costs a tech block. We can get the rest of this stuff mined. Let's have a look. Alright, so there is another derelict here, so I guess we'll go there next. There's no point. We can come back and mine that later, but the derelict's going to have more chance of giving us at least some tech scraps that we can recycle. So I'll wait until this stuff's been mined up and I'll come back to you in just a moment. Alright, so I've mined everything there. Let's fire up the hyperdrives again. And got some more quest dialogue here. Let you pause and read that if you want. And that one. And that one. Alright. So we need to find a wreckage and search for this thing on it and bring it back. We'll take it to the Exodus fleet over there. Choose our reward at the start. We'll go for this rather than the normal cash, I reckon. Alright, and now we're going to fly over here. We'll check out this wreck over here. Just missed that ship. Maybe they might have had something. There's 2 wrecks here. Let's park ourselves in between them both. Alright. Let's see what's floating around in space. A couple of bits and pieces. We'll get that collected up. Let's grab... Bob's a bit on the tired side. Let's see. Alright. Let's grab these 4 and draft them. And get them onto the shuttle. Actually, Doug's a bit on the tired side too. Let's undraft you. Who's got a gun? Nobody. Alright. Let's undraft everybody here. Let's grab Bob. Let's give you a couple of hours sleep. Now, Bob, Jesus, get back home. Go to sleep. You too. Alright, that should be enough. Let's draft these guys and get them on the shuttle. And let's see. Okay, so we've got a bit of a station here. And a ship over here. Let's have a look over here first, I guess. Slow things down. Yep, got robots. Okay. Have a look what's in here. And Bob's already pretty much out for the count in a minute. Alright, you know what? Bob, you can go home. Let's undraft the shuttle so you can go home. Everyone else. Alright, nothing there. Let's have a look over here. What do we got? Okay, that's out in the hall. Let's come up this way. Hopefully there's not too many more robots here. Let's cruise through here. Open that up. Alright. Let's have a look in here. Stun pistol. Let's plunk that on the ground so that our guys can pick it up later. Alright, let's undraft everybody there. Let's collect everything here. And let's get this stuff going. have a look at our research. Yeah, that research is getting done now. Now that we've got our bench. Although, yeah. Should be fine. Do we not collect all that stuff? Yep, we are collecting it. Alright, so we've mined everything. Alright, Bob, you need to heal up. And I want you guys to sleep as well. Why are you drafted? Bob, I need you to get healed up. Alright. Let's grab these guys. Get them back on the shuttle. And let's go check out this thing. Let's go around the outside, I guess. Yeah, we've got bugs. Oops. Okay. Let's have a look in here. Data log there. Get off the bed. Are you guys tired already? Nobody told you to get undrafted. Alright, what's in here? We can sell that. Okay. Let's see what else we can find here. Cruise down this way. We've got more bugs over here. All right. Have a look in here. Okay. Keep moving. Alright, so we're almost clear here. Okay, let's undraft everybody. Let's see. Okay, let's grab this stuff. There's no energy scrap there. Let's grab all of that. Alright. So we just got to wait for them to strip these down, collect up all this stuff. Okay, I only got them to pick up one of those, that's why they're still showing up. Alright, now fertilizer's a bit low. Okay, that should be able to fix that once we get our chemical refinery up and running. We can make more fertilizer that way. But with all these crew members, we're probably going to need an extra planter as well. So food's not going to last us too long. Where are you guys? Okay, where's our shuttle? Alright, so I'll wait until they've stripped this down. Let's actually, I suppose we can look at the data logs here. So we've got a new entry from the staff error, and I'll let you read that in your own time if you want. Scroll it down. So I might do another video later on. Let me know in the comments if you want me to, where I go through all of the all of these once we've collected them all, that is. And it looks like we've got all of the tranquility ones here. So I'll let you pause and read that. Keep things moving though. Pause and read that one if you want. And that one. Alright, how we going? This one, let's make sure we get those bits and pieces. almost got that research done. Okay, there's our chemical refinery. So let's have a look. I think we might be better off going near parking near a station before we build that. So I think got a feeling we might need another engine pretty soon. We need more space to put in our chemical refinery. Grab those hull scraps there. Alright, so I'll see you in another moment once we've collected all the stuff that we can from there. Alright, and we're finished with our optronics, so that's a good sign. That can go to the bottom. That can go to the bottom. Alright. So, yep, I'll see you in a moment once we've finished scrapping these ships. Alright, so we've got an alien parasite spawned on the ship, which will be infecting somebody. Not sure who though. But it'll tell us soon. And yeah, we've run out of resources for the thingy. Alright, let's turn this on. Let's have a look here. Let's turn that off for the moment. Well, we do still have some food there. That's fine. So, someone's going to wake up with a not feeling too well. Alright, so are we done over here? Not quite. Alright, there's a ship coming in, so might be able to buy some supplies off of them too. Maybe we may as well start building out a little bit. I don't want to overdo it until we've got another engine. Let's try that. See if we can. We're not going to have enough tech blocks to get both the chemical refinery and the other one up and running, unless this guy is going to have something for sale, or unless we manage to salvage a bit. But we'll see. All right, what do these guys want? Okay, they just want to inspect us. We've got nothing dodgy on board, so you guys can just go ahead. Let's see what they've got for trade though. Have any tech blocks? No, you don't. Right, that's fine. Stun pistol, pretty useless. I probably won't use that. You can have all these. Well, he only wants one. Let me see. Let's grab some of this stuff. That'll be fine. Have a look here. Alright, so they've finished scrapping the interior there. Let's get all the hull blocks, all the hull scrap from it. Didn't really end up with a lot of tech scrap off of either of those wrecks. Not enough to make a full block anyway. Alright, let's have a look here. Resources. Okay, the chemical refinery. Oops. I guess we'll pop that in. Guess we'll pop that in there. Okay. And let's get the optronics. Suppose there will do. We're only going to have enough to build one of these. Okay. So we need these in order to build the tech blocks. But we also need chemicals, so we need the chemical refinery for that as well. I've got a few of those. We'll put that in there. We're not really using those at the moment. And we're not really using those either, so I'm going to leave the augmented parts out for the time being. Alright, maybe we need 2 for that. We'll get 1 back if we scrap that. Let me see. Okay. Let's prioritize that. What else could I scrap that has tech blocks? I mean, I suppose... Alright, so research some more stuff. That all needs tech blocks. I mean, I suppose we could do our operations console, but then we won't be able to do any trading. Let's have a look at the map. I mean, I guess we just head back over there. No one's got anything for sale anyway in this sector. Maybe we'll dismantle that, and hopefully we've got enough stuff that we can make a few extra tech blocks. All right, so let's get these going. Plastics we're not really using. Yep. And we're not worried about that just yet. Okay, yep, here's the parasite. Okay. So he's going to be a bit unwell for a little while. Let's have a look. An alien parasite is attached to my face, so he's unhappy about that. Yeah, and we've got a... Alright, so he's not going to eat for a day or two. But we do have a parasite corpse that we could research later on when we get our research bench back again. Alright, Lucy is on the job making some stuff. So, alright, let's pop down the blueprint for our operations console again. These guys are taking a while to scrap all this. Okay, that one's done. Almost done with that one. Alright. So hopefully making the bits that we need for a tech block. Alright, but we've scrapped this stuff, so let's get out of here. Yeah, we're gonna need another engine because we've just gone overweight a little bit. And that's gonna need more tech blocks, so... Alright, we'll cruise over here, we'll mine up this stuff in here. Very high radiation, it's about to hit. Alright, we'll see how we go. I think we should have enough thermal regulators. But let's just have a look. What I will do, let's see. life support. Let's just put a couple extra in here. Last thing I want is my food to be destroyed. At least I don't use tech blocks. Alright, but we did get that built. Alright. So. We're gonna need an extra... Yes, see there. Took some damage from the risky jump. We are going to need to pop in another engine over here. And of course we're going to need tech blocks for that as well. Probably need another power generator too. Let's have a look. Power. That needs tech blocks as well, but get in a couple of extra solar panels. Once this hull's built out. Because this just isn't cutting it. Alright. Let's pop that in there. Solar panels are not super effective. Can help a little bit. Alright, got some more stuff researched, so weapons and shields and stuff. We have made an extra tech block there, but we'll be using that in a moment. Okay, but now we should be, I mean, we're still going to need to be on the move constantly, but now we are at least able to make everything that we need. We're going to need to put in another planter as well. Maybe we'll do that while we're waiting for this mining to get finished. So let's bring this out. Let's get another solar panel going as well. I mean, we could probably put another row there. I was going to wall all this off, but I don't know if I'm going to worry about it. Don't have too many of these power blocks. Oh, what are these using up? Okay, they use these. Okay. Don't have a hell of a lot of chemicals at our disposal to make the extra stuff at this point. And this will produce some. Our recycling will produce some. Let's get. Let's pop that on. Pop that on 6. All right, food. Yeah, we'll pop that in there. Let's have a look. We put one of these into. I suppose that's not too important just yet. Do only have the one spare tech block at this stage. All right. Let's have a look. So, we don't have any of anything in there. Probably not going to have enough fertilizer for all of that. Yep. Alright, but we've mined up everything there. Let's get out of this system. Okay. So we could head off in that direction, or we could head off in this direction. Alright, I think we'll head over here. And there's nothing there. Alright. Okay. Let's pop back up to the farming thing and see if these guys have any spare fertilizer. Let's trade with these guys. Yeah, they don't have fertilizer. Do they have any chemicals there? No chemicals, but they do have food, and it is on special. Still expensive though. And of course I don't want to buy any of our soft blocks. I don't really want to sell any of that other stuff either. I mean, I guess we do have the cash. So let's do that. And I guess we'll need to advance and explore into the other sectors to keep going. But that is going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy this video, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.